Hello and welcome, my name is Codicius, and today I'm going to be doing a tier list, my tier list of Fire Emblem. Now, these here, I don't even know what the heck this one is. I haven't played Encore, Warriors, I think that's the second version of the first game, and I haven't played Gaiden. So I'll be starting here. I have it somewhat in order. I don't really remember the exact order. Not that it really matters. So I'll just start with this one. I haven't played it in the original version, but, I have played that one that released on the Switch. It was alright. It was, you can definitely feel its age. The story was minimal, and a lot of the characters were literally basic, like nothing special about them but their names. So, like, the first game, based on my experience, would be, I would say, D. I mean, like, if it was the first game for me when it came out, that was it. I probably would like it a lot more, but, whatever. I have not finished Genealogy of the Holy War. Don't tell anybody, but I have played it a little bit. I mean, really, I guess you can, it doesn't matter. I played the one on the Switch. I don't really know what the legal issues on it is, but I had I made a Japanese file, like a profile or whatever, like on a second profile, and it allowed me to play this in Japanese. Now, I don't read Japanese and I don't speak Japanese, so it was a little bit, I had to look up stuff online. But from what I saw of it, it seemed really solid. Like, if I played it through, just based on what I know, I would probably say it's a B. And then if I played it through, it'd probably be even higher than that. I really enjoyed what I played of it. Now, of course, since I haven't finished it, I would have to put it here. And then this one, I've never even played it. But from what I understand, it was everything this game was, but more. Like, it was even better. Now, Binding Blade is another one I haven't finished, but I did play it a little bit. Don't tell anyone. That one's a real secret. From what I could tell, I've seen playthroughs of it. It seems pretty good, but it definitely has its flaws. Now, this one right here, Blazing Blade, I think it is. It just came over here as Fire Emblem because in America, that's just what it was called. And now I'm sure whoever's watching this already knows that. But now this was my introduction, and playing through it again, I still love the gameplay, I still love the way it looks, the way it feels, and the protagonists are really good. My favorite being Lynn, but Hector and Eliwood, they're pretty solid, and pretty much the whole cast is solid. So I would probably put this one up here. Maybe, yeah, here. Just based on story, gameplay, everything about it just feels good. And the difficulty. I like the difficulty scaling, the fact that they gave some kind of tutorial in the beginning for people who might not really know what they're doing. I did know what I'm doing, recently, but when I first started playing, I freaking sucked. I definitely needed the tutorial. Sacred Stones, I'd probably put more as B. Like, I like it, not as much as this one. I like the stuff they added to the game. The class branches, I really love that. Tower of Valny. This game allowed you to grind, but it wasn't grinding to the point where you could just steamroll. I mean, you could steamroll the game, but it's not to the point where, like, you still have to pay a little bit of attention in the later chapters. You can't just do things and be alright. The story was pretty good. I liked the whole, it started off slow, built up. I liked both of them. Like, I myself am a twin, so I kind of connected to that a little bit. me being the male, although I was the younger one. I like Erica and I like Ephraim. I like Erica, I think, a little bit more. She's pretty solid. And then, really, the whole cast in this one feels good, too. Although I can't. I would say probably Ross is my favorite character in this game. Maybe it was because when I started playing I was still a kid. I don't know. I always like those characters that you have to build up from nothing. Path of Radiance would be my top. It is, for me, the best game in the series. I love it so much, and it's I would say one part nostalgia, but the rest of it, like, it's earned. It feels good to play. It's a little bit slower whenever you're trying to make content on it, but overall, it's fun. I just recently did a Ike solo, so it's really fun to know that I can solo the game. Really, no major difficulties. On hard mode, on Maniac mode, I actually did test it out a little bit. Yeah, there's a weapon durability problem there. But the story of this game just hits in a different way. It's special. It just, it never really gets into like romance or anything. It's just, it starts off somewhat revenge, but also like, he's on a mission to pretty much save this woman, Alencia. He didn't have to do it. They did not have to take her on. They could have made it somebody else's problem, just moved on with their mercenary life, but they chose to fight with her. And gameplay, it's pretty solid. You can tell the art style was still kind of basing it off of, not really art style, but like combat style was still based off of the GBA games a little bit. Just, not quite as flashy, but it still felt good. Let's see. Characters. I love a lot of the characters. There are a few of them that are a little bit weird, like Devdin, the whole Danvid situation in the second game, but overall, they feel real, almost. Compared to some of the later games where it's just kind of like gimmicky. The characters are just like, one guy likes candy. That's the only thing I can remember about him. This one is probably another S for me. Same thing. I remember playing it as a child. It was, well, I guess not a child. I was about to be a teenager, around a teenager. I don't know. It's been a long time now. But, I love it for all the same reasons that I love Path of Radiance, but then, it did the things that Path of Radiance did, but better. But also, just like Path of Radiance, there were some things that were supposed to be in the game that were cut out. And, you can tell there was bits of this that were rushed. Overall, though, I love the story. I love the way, they found a way to raise the stakes, and it still feels natural, in my opinion. Characters are all the same, awesome characters, but then they also added a ton of new characters. That might be the only problem in this game. There's just too many characters. There's no way you're going to use them all in one playthrough. Effectively, at least. And I'm currently playing it on Maniac hard mode, whichever way you want to call it. The only difference I know of is the name, and then in Japan, you can't go to tier 3 classes without a master crown, I think it is. Anyway, yeah, I love these two games. My favorite ones. Everything about them just screams S tier to me. This one, I played a lot when I was younger, but I don't hate it. But there's just something, it's ugly. It's just ugly. The story was alright, the characters, they definitely have a lot more life into them compared to the first game, wherever it is. But it's hard to find. Yeah, they definitely have a lot of, definitely have a lot of life to them compared to this game. It definitely looks better, it plays better, it's so ugly compared to, like, these two. The GBA games are absolutely beautiful. Oh, that one too. But there's just something about this, I don't know, looks gross to me. This one, I played a little bit, but, it's one of those, like, it did what this one did, but better. Awakening. Some people might dislike me for it, but, it's okay. I like it. I don't love it. I appreciate it for what it was. It is what brought these games into existence. Without this, these would not have happened. The main character just felt kind of basic to me. There was nothing really special, in my opinion, about him. Like, the main special thing about him is his voice actor, who was awesome. Besides that, he just doesn't really do anything I feel like no other Lord has done. Which, these right here have my favorite Lord. This one has my second favorite, and then this one has my third. Actually, these two might be tied. So, Ike, Lynn, and Erica. Of course, they'd be my top ones. And yeah, there's really no characters that speak to me except Donald. I don't know, because he's a country boy. I don't know, the bucket head thing is hilarious. Pothead, whatever. Birthrights. I don't know, I didn't really like Fates as a whole very much. Don't really have much to say about them. Yeah, Camilla is hot but creepy, and I literally don't remember anybody in this game. Eliza, I think that's her name. She's cool, I guess. I did not finish this one. It felt strange to me. I don't know. Nothing about Fates really hit me well. I did like Conquest a little bit, I guess. Now this one, I really enjoyed. I liked it a lot. I like Alm and Celica. The cast felt good to me. The story felt pretty good. There wasn't anything that really spoke out to me. I guess. Yeah, but the combat felt good. The way they changed the way items work, I don't think it's changed compared to Gaiden, but, from what I understand, it was a pretty good remake. Like, they stayed true to the original game. And, it felt good to play. I played it through. I did not finish the in-game stuff, or the post-game, but besides that, I did everything. Heroes, I don't really know what to count that as. Is it never finished, I guess, because there's no way to actually finish it. It was alright. I played it for a couple years, but I've kind of fallen out of it. Three Houses, I would probably put... Yeah, I could put that in A. I really enjoyed the game. I liked the characters in that game. The characters definitely felt like they had more personality to them compared to, like, Awakening and Fates. Petra, best girl. I don't know what it is, the weird innocence or whatever, but I really enjoy her. The Lords are good, but definitely flawed, and if it comes down to it, I would have to say Claude is the best Lord. Gameplay, really good. It feels really good to play. Now, it doesn't look as flashy as some of the older games. Drag me through the comments if you have to, but... And... yeah, you can just feel that Edelgard's rap was just rushed. I don't know. Dimitri gone literally insane. It felt somewhat relatable, but I just feel like they dragged it on too long. I would just say that's why Claude is probably my favorite in that game. He's Claude. He doesn't pretend to be anything else. He's Claude. And yeah, I'd probably put Engage up here too. I don't know which one I would have up front of each the other. I don't know which order I'd have all these in. They're not in order from what I would like them the most in. They're just there. I don't know if there's any missing ones in here, by the way. Whatever. I don't even know what this one is, or I'm not really sure about that one. Anyway, Engage. I love the gameplay. I love some other characters, like Ivy. She's pretty cool. The story is definitely basic. There's nothing really standoutish about the story, but it's not bad. It's definitely passable. The characters overall are pretty good. The only weird thing is the whole hero worship thing. It's still better than this freaking game down here. Where is it? This one. I just love this guy for no reason. At least on this game, they're technically like a god or goddess. The gameplay, yeah, I love it. It's the only thing I don't like is, like, for the harder difficulties, it's really hard to get SP, and it's not the fun kind of grind, so I don't even do it. But yeah, I like it. It felt like a game made for the fans of the Fire Emblem series. Now, overall, I can't really think of anything else I can mention besides the fact that, this is my favorite game series of all time. Now, this is my first tier list video, so if I sucked at it, let me know. If I did a good job, so let me know. Either way, just let me know. So I want to let this one in here, and I will see you guys hopefully in the next one.